Let me just take this time to say that I am not using an emulator for this Let's Play. I personally am okay using emulators for games you own legitimate copies of, but it just doesn't feel right to Let's Play an entire game in an emulator to me, and by doesn't feel right, I don't mean in any kind of moral way. I mean, the controls physically just don't feel right using a keyboard to play games designed for a controller, or in this case, buttons on the console itself. Anyway, hello everyone, this is Fabulous Fish, and welcome to Let's Play BIONICLE Maze of Shadows. The one BIONICLE game done right. Just walking through Walmart as a second or third grader, I don't even remember, probably, yeah, third grader, with my mom, and I saw this game there, and I was like, oh, what's that? I'd never heard it before, bought it, and thank God I did, because this is the best BIONICLE game ever made. It is the one BIONICLE game they actually did right. I'm not going to say this is actually a good game if you're not a BIONICLE fan. It was the first RPG I ever played. I'm not crazy about RPGs, but, this is about as good as that pretty much every other RPG. And yes, I'm just wasting time in the menu looking at what the heck there is. So there's story mode, battle mode, which is basically RPG battle after RPG battle, which you have whatever stats you currently have in story mode, whatever items you had, etc., etc. And you just go endless battles till you die and lose all your Toa. Tunnel Flight Challenge is a mini-game we're actually going to get to go through in story mode anyway. Although there's 3 levels of Tunnel Flight Challenge here, while in the story there's only 1, which I don't think is the same as any of the other 3. Anyway, let us actually begin. This game only has 1 save file, so in order to start a new game, you have to erase your old one. But I've erased my old save file so many times this game because I've played through it like 7 or 8 times. I really like this game, it's pretty good. Are you sure? New game. The Toa Metru heroes defeated Wall of the Great Barrier. But not before Makuta had imprisoned the Matoran in pods, which keep them in a deep sleep. I wish this text would go slower sometimes. After their battle with Makuta, the Metru find themselves trapped on the island of Madanui. Yes, slow down, text. In an attempt to escape the island and return to Metru Nui to awaken the Matoran, the Toa have entered a cave network, which they hope will lead them back to the hidden city. But in a desperate battle with Thrahi Nui, Nakama has been mortally wounded, poisoned. We cannot turn back. We must hurry to Metru Nui. There's more at stake than Nakama. We're not moving. You better think of something else, fire spitter. The Mabuzak! No, I am what the Mabuzak wished it could be. I am the Karzani. What do you want of us? My needs are simple. Power and revenge. Power I have, but that you cheated me of, Toa Metru, and so... Wouldn't your revenge be sweeter against all 6 of us? How can you take the full measure of satisfaction from it when only one of us is dying? What trouble or harm have we caused you, Master, that you keep us from saving our friend? Monster, not Master. You have robbed from me, Metau. You attacked my curator, imprisoned him in a place I cannot reach, and for that you must... Makuta created you and we defeated him. Now you're angry because you want to rescue your creator. Rescue? Fools, I want Makuta dead. He created me and rejected me. He made me too powerful, too wise, and too well. I would not have been content to rule only Metru Nui. I would have wanted its destruction. Your friend has little time left. I have reasons you cannot suspect. Oh, that last sentence actually sounded like a float ball. I can heal her temporarily. Then you will do a task for me. Succeed, and I might be persuaded to cure the Toa permanently. Oh, where am I? What? And that thing? What is that thing? Where's the great beast we are fighting? And what is this task, then? A simple one for such brave heroes. You will take the passage north from this cave. There you'll find a vault into the wall of the tunnel. From the vault, you will take a black vial, which you will use to collect a sample of energized protodermis from one of Makuta's many layers and bring it back here to me. I'll go first and check to make sure it's not some kind of trap. So yeah, this game, as you can then tell, takes place shortly after the second movie, and the book it's based after. This is based after the 6th book in the Toametru saga, named Maze of Shadows. The book has a way better plot than, you know, this game does. This game is kind of simplified a lot, but it's still a pretty good game. Now, walking around, the basic controls, we don't have any yet, I forgot. However, we can pause to look at the status screen. Items are Karzani Sap and Super Sap. Restores your HP. Karzani Root and Super restores like your ability to use moves. It's called use points this game, so UP. It's kind of akin to, I guess, like how many times you can use a move in Pokemon. I played a Pokemon game for about a week. Super Mix restores both. The super stuff will restore approximately half of whatever the stat that is, while the normal stuff will only restore about a fourth to an eighth, somewhere in there. Rune's poison discs, here poison regenerate discs do the same thing as sap, except discs have other properties which I'll get into later. View Toametru, just view the stats of your current Toa, so that's just their HP. You can check it to see their experience, when they need to level up. So Nuju's level 1, he can level up when he gets 290 experience. He has 13 use points, that's divided over all his attacks, but each attack only has a certain amount of individual use points, that's just like total. Rahi Chronicle, basically just look at different Rahi. I don't like how when you restart the game, it keeps your Rahi Chronicle intact. Like, originally these are all question marks. You had to actually encounter an enemy in order to get information about it. Restart levels, just restart the current area. Anyway, let's move on. I can communicate mind to mind, Toametru Fire, no matter the distance. Now pick up those discs. So, Toametru discs. Oh, actually, I got a disc. He's probably going to explain it. And there's an Onimetru removes poison disc. Hold the R button to bring up the disc menu. While holding the R button, use a control pad, just like the disc you found. Release the R button to confirm. Press the A button to throw the such a disc. To battle Rahi, walk into them or throw away disc. Use your disc now to engage this Rahi. So, hit A to shoot a disc, which will go set distance. There's 2 other kinds of discs you can use in the overworld. So, you select discs like this. That's your save icon. You can use to save games. And I'll get into discs in combat in a minute. So the Rahis generally will actually move toward you to attack, but for some reason this one doesn't, so... Versus Kofujaga, level 1. I don't remember him ever attacking first. To defeat a Rahi, you just gotta bring its HP to 0, blah blah blah. Every creature has an element, okay? So, I'll show you the elemental strategies. Fire beats ice, ice beats earth, earth beats stone, stone beats air, air beats water, water beats fire. Okay? Easy. Now, in here we have Defend, which is obviously just block and attack. Use Item, which is use these things. They are shared amongst all the Toa. So we have Removes Poison Disc now, which we can use to cure poison if we get poisoned. And it has 10 uses, as you can see. Use Tool, that's use your elemental-based attacks, so they actually have to do with the elemental strategies, as do Rahi attacks are elemental too, usually, so be careful. Of course, there are non-elemental attacks like Claws. The only one we have is Power Shot, which only charges up discs for a combo. I'll get into discs in a minute. Masks are special abilities each Toa has. They generally do not attack directly, though. The Mask of Concealment will make you harder to hit, obviously. And using disc, there's a bunch of different kinds of discs. You select the kind of disc you want. Right now we only have basic discs, which have no powers. And the only one we have is Toametru. Each of the 6 kinds of discs have a different effect to them, which is actually based after the BIONICLE story loosely. Toametru discs can knock Rahi into a stun phase. So let's Power Shot and charge up. That really cool animation. Ow. And then we use disc. Power Shot will only charge up disc-based attacks, remember that. So it made a one-hit kill, makes it really powerful. Got 50 experience. But yeah, Toametru discs have a chance of actually stunning Rahi. No other disc does. So walk off jabs, didn't mean to shoot. To jump them, kind of like Zelda, you just walk forward, you automatically jump. You can use your Great Mask of Concealment to avoid being ambushed by unseen enemies, but you won't grow stronger. By avoiding conflict, Toametru Fire, press the B button to use your mask power. So each of the Toametru can use their mask powers, or some power, on the overall. For combos, is used by hitting B. He becomes invisible, so Rahi won't attack him. Anyway, you can pick up the Karzani Roots and Sap here. I don't know which is which, actually, at the top of my head from those things. I really don't care, because for the most part, it's not a big deal. Now, this says that this is a teleport disc, which we can use to switch characters. It's not. It's a Kometru basic disc level 2. However, it does give you the option to switch between Toa by holding the L button, so let's become Nokama temporarily. So just like Vakama, she can shoot discs, all the Toa can shoot discs with A on the overworld map, but she has the ability to hit B and go... Looks kind of hypnotic, actually, but she can use that to read walls. I translate it! It's a door code! And that opens the door. That's what door codes do. There's only going to be two kinds of things we're going to see with Nokama Translate. Door codes and sequences. Yeah, that's it. Sequences are used for switches. Now, another use of tonometry discs is on the overworld, you can destroy those things with them. No other discs, as you get other discs in the overworld, can destroy those barriers. And also, whenever you shoot a disc, I didn't mean to do that, sorry. Whenever you shoot a disc, even though it seems to, like, stop there, for some reason you get it back. Some gap is too far to jump across. The tonometry of air must surely be able to leap that gap. So now I get to be Matau, who can walk over huge gaps. Like that. That's it. And whatever that is. Some of the walls here are weak and cracked. The tonometry of Earth could use his tools to break through. So yeah, you can also become Wanua. Oh, I missed that. You can also become Wanua on the map. You can become Molotov on the map, obviously, to break through that. And these walls you can also break through with B, with Wanua. So yeah, now we get to that Rahi. So you can switch between Toa Metru at any time in the map, and generally you want to be, like, I recommend for fighting Elemental Rahi, which is all of them. When fighting Rahi, you pick a Toa whose element counters it well. This is an Air Rahi, I believe, so you need Aniwa, the Stone Toa, in order to counter it. But then the Cars Knight just brought up a very good point. You want to keep your Toa relatively well-rounded, or else they'll start level. I'm sorry, I kind of burped there. Or else they'll start leveling up independent of each other. And that's not really something you want to, because it could be very unbalanced when you actually need them. For instance, my first time through, Nokama was a level 1 when I got to one of the last areas of the game, which is entirely a fire region. She was the most effective, except she just got one-hit killed by everybody. So, Vakama's already had combat, so let's put someone else in the field. How about Wanua? I missed. Oh well, just walk into him. Now, each Rahi has unique... Or, sorry, each Toa has... Let me quickly go through their moves, actually. Or just the moves of the one I'm currently in. Mask of Night Vision allows you to get higher chance of critical hit, and Sonic Blast is pretty powerful and has the ability to potentially stun an opponent. I didn't mean stun, I meant like daze them so they can't attack you again. Now, the Fit Cow is an Earth Rahi. They can poison, you gotta be careful of them. What was I saying before? Anyway. What was I saying before all that? I'm sorry, I had a major interruption there, because some people don't know how to let people record. Anyway, oh, okay, now I get to be Nuju, who has the power of telekinesis to lift stuff with the B button, specifically these onto switches. Trust me, the game gets a little more complex than that. I love it. Somewhere a door opened. You need to tell me? And Aniwa is the only one who can get over these walls, like that, and you can also get over this. And each Toa has unique, like, abilities in combat. For instance, Vakama's great with discs, Nokama sucks with discs. They all have one strength and one weakness. As you probably noticed by now, because I was planning to be putting those strengths and weaknesses on screen whenever you first get to be the Toa. So, now these stone pillars, you touch this, it recharges all your stats. So all your health and all your use points for every Toa. They are incredibly rare and they can only be used once. Anyway, let's actually go forth now to the real game.